Hey there, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Raven, and today we are going to be doing a vlog solely focused on project busting. I always have too many projects going on at once. It's not a bad thing, but occasionally it does get overwhelming, and I've been getting close to that point recently. I just want things done. I don't know where to start. It feels like winter is a time for me to craft things slowly and without a lot of pressure to be organized or methodical. I just get ideas for something and I start it on a whim. Then spring arrives and I look at all of the little piles of halfway done things and I want everything done right now, but I also want my house to be spotless and I want to have perfect routines for every time of the day, and I want a new wardrobe to wear, and I normally also want to be more productive, and I want to come up with a full-fledged business plan for new lines in my shop, and I want to start posting on social media 5 times a week, even though I find 1 time a week overwhelming. Spring makes me want to act and complete things, which is not a bad thing, but it gets out of control really fast. I've been working to slow myself down and to take the old systems that I've used in the past and pare them down so that it's actually effective and manageable for a person and not an aspirational robot. This vlog isn't really gonna get into any of those systems, but I did start the morning off trying to recenter myself in my morning routine and getting a chunk of cleaning done so that I could spend the day crafting and not have to worry about whether I had a clean dish to eat out of later. I even did a cleaning reset on my espresso machine in case I wanted a cup of coffee later. It kind of helped calm down that part of my brain that feels bad if I spend all day crafting, which that part's getting very quiet, and it's kind of nice, but also trying to maintain some balance because having a clean space does make me feel good, does help my sensory issues, and I do have 2 free-roaming rabbits that are really good at getting into things, and they deserve a safe space to be in, so crafting good, cleaning also good. After I finished doing a little bit of cleaning and then got dressed, I walked around the house with my iPad and just wrote out a list. All of the projects that feel like open tabs in my brain. This is not all of the projects in the house. That does not need to exist because I don't want it to. Then I just had Google draw a number at random so that I didn't have to decide where I needed to start, because then this video was not gonna happen. Started me off really easy, good confidence booster with just weaving in the ends on a project that I've recently finished. It literally took me less than 10 minutes to do. I just hate weaving in the ends. It's boring. I also overthink the entire process and stress myself out thinking of how upsetting it would be if I were to do something wrong and the entire project came undone because of that one spot that I messed up on. So I like to avoid doing that. The next project that Google picked was another simple one. We're really gonna gain some confidence. A few weeks before I filmed this, my husband and I finally painted my office. That has been a major thing I've wanted to do for a pretty long time, and it included a cute pink accent wall that I really love. We finished painting pretty late at night. my meds had kicked in, and so I was like really nice and sleepy and not good at controlling impulses. And so I just started painting flowers on the side of my desk with this crappy brush. I just sort of covered the entire side with different flower experiments and shapes, and I didn't like how mismatched everything was. I had fun, you know, just painting and going all willy-nilly, but I hated how it looked, so I just started painting over all of that. I don't know what I'm going to do with this desk in the future, but I really wanted this to just be a nice solid color that I could like use as a blank canvas, or just kind of like having the pink in the corner of my eye when I'm sitting on the floor with the rabbit. Also, did not take very long. I think I did a few coats just like throughout the day, coming back to it after I let everything dry. Now that I had 2 easy finishes and had too much confidence, I had to be brought back down to earth with the project I specifically did not want to do on this list. It has been bothering me for years. Back when I ran my soap shop, I purchased a staining mixture specifically for non-food use. I used it to make my whipped body scrubs, and I basically killed this mixer. I didn't like the idea of just like having this thing in my house for 2 years or however long I was using it, and then just like dumping it, because I don't think there was a way to salvage it. I'm pretty sure I burned out the motor. I thought that I could make it into a cool decoration piece. I really like baking, so I don't know where, I still don't know what to do with it. I've just had it in my head that I could paint it and make it look like a cool something. So I really needed to clean this to start. I hosed it down with cleaner and then made some lunch to, you know, let it sit. Scrubbed it down at least twice, and I cut out the footage, but I like even took Q-tips into the vents and everything. This thing has just been sitting on the floor in my sunroom, and my sunroom is not properly insulated, and the floor is just not, like, it gets so messy in there all the time, so it really needed to be cleaned. And then I just started painting it. The only plan I had so far was that I was going to paint it black and then have like purple accents on all of the gray, and then just go from there pretty much. Need to get more black acrylic paint, and pretty much just used the last of what I had on this, and also had some help in my little herb garden from the rabbit. My herbs are still alive, but barely. But I don't think they've gotten inside the container anymore. I think Mischief realized that he can't get out and that he doesn't like damp pots. spent pretty much all night painting until I was too tired to film. So I came back the next day and I wanted to go over all of the lighter colors that I had started the night before just to get them nice and solid. This is not the same paint as the one that I use in my office, but it's a really close shade, and I think it's obvious that I really like this color. So I basically just tried to get everything more solid and less patchy until I hit that, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna try everything point, which is always fun. I found a sponge in my toolbox and I wanted to relive the 2010s nail art tutorials. God, I watched so many of those. I couldn't tell you what any of them were. I just like feel them taking up storage in my brain, and I'm fine with that. But I wanted to make galaxies. The sponge I used wasn't dense enough for the effect that I wanted, but when I was looking back at this footage, I realized it would make a really cool thunderstorm effect if I wanted to try that again in the future. Because I didn't like it, I found an old makeup sponge that I wasn't using anymore, and it didn't have a lot of makeup residue, or I washed it off, I don't remember. I just started using that instead, and then I didn't notice my camera dying and my memory card running out of space while I was doing that, which is fine. Everything is fine. It's fine. It's not like this was the only cool project that I worked on. Hesitant to call this done because I want to add glitter, because glitter makes galaxies look so much better. I will probably do that in the next project busting video, but I ended the video off with some cozy reading and yarning vibes. I figured out how to crochet and read at the same time. It's very difficult. I wouldn't recommend it, but I was too antsy, but also my brain melted a little bit from painting for 2 days. I think it's because it's not a hobby I do frequently, so I have to use more of my brain to actually do it, and also leaning forward to reach the mixer, just it was starting to really hurt my back. If I have to finish it, I'll use my desk. I just thought I would end this here with some cozy reading and bunny crochet vibes. I was actually trying to crochet a book holder, but I think I just ended up frogging it because I didn't like how it was coming out. It was too loose and it wasn't holding the paper in place. Either way, I was able to get some of the jitteriness out, get some good progress in this book, which I am almost finished with, and I'm really hoping I finish it. Oh, hey! The video's over. I hope you've had a wonderful day, or that tomorrow is better. Please hit subscribe if you want to see more cozy videos like this in the future. And if you want to see part 2 of, I really don't know how many because I'm never gonna stop having too many projects open, leave me a 4-leaf clover in the comments if you're still listening, and I will see you guys in the next video.